is what you get, then you're going to get what you believe. Can't you see? In the words of the poet L.P. Gratitude is everything. Time is nothing. Blessed are we to be with such fine beings and to share this moment in space that we call Yucks Unlimited. Here's our host, Orion Donich.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Please. Thank you. We're so glad to be here. Thank you for coming to Yucks Unlimited. We really appreciate you coming here. Please put your hands together one time for my friend Owen Duffy on the keyboards over here. We're so happy to be here. We're so happy we were able to put this together. The Porcupine Theater really hooked us up with this beautiful space. We're so grateful for the opportunity to do this wonderful comedy. On the way out here, I got some really great news. They came up with a plan to clean up Alaska. The shenanigans are over, and everybody's going back to work. Are you so excited? They're selling us back to Russia! Yeah! Yes! Bunch of guys out east going, hell da! I know. I can't believe it either, man. I can't believe, has Putin even seen the place lately? It's looking terrible, dude. You ever been to Anchorage? It's 50 Shades of Beige. It's the least sexy place on the planet ever conceived by man. How do you feel about strip malls and gang wars? It's a terrible situation. I know. Stay here in the most diverse collection of white people ever assembled, Homer, Alaska. That's the spot. You know, we took the worst part of Anchorage and spread it over 50 blocks and shipped it 300 miles north into a frozen mosquito farm. We call that Fairbanks. It's our second biggest city. Don't forget Wasilla, the beating heart of the Matanuska Valley. I can't believe it. I can't believe he would even think about it. I know. He's not gonna buy it, man. And Russia would just ruin it. He would totally ruin us. Totally make us live in a surveillance state, you know, always on the edge of World War III. He'd probably flood our streets with homeless people and deny us all health care, probably make us work till we die, you know? Not that I'm worried about that anymore. I actually just got health care. My closest family member, my closest family member got a real job at the hospital. So now I got health care for the first time. 50 years old, I got health care for the first time. I'm tapping that thing like a fat kid at an arcade on Sunday whose alcoholic dad passed out on the couch with a $20 bill in his pocket. I'm on Pac-Man all day. I ran in there, I said, my first diagnosis, I said, doctor, I believe I suffer from reverse body dysmorphia. I think I look better than I actually do, and I do. Thank you. The second diagnosis was that I suffer from solipsism. I said, what's that? He said, solipsism is when you think life is just a dream you're having and everyone else around you is a figment of your imagination. I said, doctor, I don't suffer from solipsism. I love solipsism. That is my jam. Oh, give it to me. And then he said, you have Asperger's. I said, what? He said, no, I want you to give me an Alice's bag of burgers. For the emergency room, that's as far as I'm allowed to take that joke. And then, honestly, the only reason I'm going to the doctor at this point is I'm drug seeking. I'm doing drug seeking behavior. I'm trying to get more boner pills because those are amazing. I don't use them for sex. I use them at work when I'm bartending. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed how happy I am. Everybody loves me. Dude, everyone's like, dude, you're hilarious, you're charismatic. I'm like, pow! I noticed my tips really went up, you know? Thank you. You know, Viagra really flipped the script on that old Loretta Lynn song. Now we all say, Mama, don't you worry none. Daddy's got the pill. Anybody old enough to remember that? Don't worry, ladies. I think they're probably working on Niagara right now. Just kidding. Nobody cares about that. They just keep developing new tricks for the guys. Did you hear that they came out with Viagra in a nasal spray? It's for dickheads. Thank you all very much. Welcome to Yucks Unlimited. And now a word from our sponsor.
You're doing great. I believe in you. Keep it up. Go get 'em, Tiger.
Thank you, Wes the Best. That's so sweet. Thank you, Wes the Best. Put your hands together. Friends, this is how this show is going to work. We have several comedians here gathered from all over town, all over the peninsula, a bunch of youngins. I got a bunch of weirdos. There's a couple of them that are thinking they're going to do something real spectacular. So we're going to bring them up here one at a time. We're going to let them do their little routines. And then while they're doing their routines, we are all going to be quiet up here. And then when they're done, they're going to draw 3 questions out of the hats, one at a time. And then we'll get to know them a little bit. It'll be a little meet and greet. We'll get to meet a little bit more about them and maybe learn how they got into comedy in the first place. Joining me on stage, in addition to the wonderful Owen Duffy, is the multi-talented Jim Maloney at the far corner. Put your hands together for Mr. Jim Maloney.
I'm only here because Orion bribed me with a case of PBR. And so I showed up at about 1 o'clock. So let's get interesting.
Next to Jim on his right is the inimitable brother from another much older mother of mine, Mr. George Faust. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for George Faust.
Thank you. I appreciate you setting the bar so low. Like in limbo, the lower the bar, the better I do. Anyway, I want to thank you for being here tonight. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. My parents always told me to say thank you in moments, even when I don't really mean it. Unlike right now. I paid her to say that. It's okay.
All right, put your hands together for George Faust one time. I think it's about time we got this show started out here one time. Our first comedian comes all the way from somewhere I'm not aware of, but we're all going to find out together at the same time. Would you please give a warm, warm Homer welcome to Blake Godsey. Come on up here, Blake.
It's Blake Godsey.
Thanks, Owen. Thanks for that intro. Wow. Yes, so I come from somewhere far away, South Carolina. Every time I say that, everyone's like, so you're from North Carolina. How's that? No, that's it. So I'm from Charleston. It's a place where there's actually 7 women to every man, just kind of like the reverse of Alaska. And so one of my friends was in Alaska. I was there. I was saying, yeah, this is kind of problematic. I mean, it's not great. The odds are bad, you know? And she said, come to Alaska. The odds are good. And I stopped her right there. I said, say no more. Sign me up. She said, no, there's a second part to that. I was like, just don't worry about it. I'm coming. I got my plane ticket. I was on the website already, ready to book the plane ticket to come and fish in Alaska, yeah. So that came to Homer. The first dude I was into actually had 1 leg. He was really cute and nice beard. But he just wasn't my speed. Yeah, I was too slow. He was like ready to go. No, so I went to Salty Dog and I started playing pool with a guy and he's like, come back to my boat. I'm like, fuck yeah, I might get a job and hook up. Okay. I got to the boat and it's just like the conversation kept going back to like a really unattractive subject, you know? His ex-wife. And I was just like, this is all you want to talk about, dude. Like, I'm gonna have to leave. Like, turns out, I was like, can we just go back to your house or something? He's like, no, she still lives there. I live on the boat. So I had to leave. Luckily, I did run into a guy I was into. He was a crabber. Yeah, he was really cute, you know, so we went to hook up, actually, a couple times. Third time, fourth time, a few times we were getting at it, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were just finding spots. We were like, abandoned building, Bishop's Beach, Red Door Inn shower, the showers on the spit. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed every single time we hooked up, like, he kept his extra tufts on. And I was just like, is this for real? Like, he's never gonna take his boots off? He didn't. A lot of times he just pulled his pants right down to here. That's all he did. It was really weird, right? You guys do that? You guys take your whole pants off, your socks, your shoes?
No, but I
You
did
get
have a roommate
comfortable?
that did that.
Can I touch your feet before we do that?
It was weird, but it was fun.
Please? Can I at least touch your feet?
I'll say it again.
Don't
it
you,
was
wouldn't you
weird.
like a woman to touch your feet before you did that?
Touch my feet?
Yeah, I will.
Down here or up here?
I'm gonna touch your feet right now, if that's okay.
That's okay.
Can you feel them? Just before, we do anything else later, because I'm gonna do some prop falls, and I thought maybe into your lap would be a good spot to fall.
I got a few other things you'd like to
Okay.
rub.
You kind of look like, I feel like, you know, I'm in heels, like I'm in pink, you know, it's kind of like I thought, I was into Madonna when I was like 7, you know, I was like, I want to be on stage in heels, let's go.
If you go for the best part,
I
I'll
thought-
buy you a beer or two.
Is that sitting on your lap?
Is that what?
Sitting on your lap.
George, don't
Is
talk
that
to
the
the
best
performers.
part?
George,
Does it
don't
get
talk to
better
the
from
performers.
there?
You're getting close. It's getting warm.
Oh, the best part of your feet that feels good to you? I have to find your sweet spot on your foot. Is it down here?
It's down there.
It is. It's right there, isn't it?
Keep going up farther and farther.
It's right here.
I'll tell you when you're right on target.
We're gonna give George Faust a goddamn stroke.
Should I keep going up? Audience,
Are
applause
you
to
trying
go
to kill
further.
him? Stop it, Blake.
This is
We
bad.
promised the seniors that we'd bring him back.
And I'm not using the
I wore
logo
these
for
heels, so
value.
if I didn't get a laugh, I could just fall down. And I could still say I'm coordinated.
Tip me extra, I'll fall down.
Put your hands together and Blake Godsey. Well, that was about the
Unless you
weirdest
want
thing
a
I've seen in a
full-
while. What the
Okay.
heck was going on with the foot rub over there?
That was really, I was gonna brush my teeth on stage, but I thought too many props.
No, the foot rub with the beer in the hand was definitely less intrinsic than the blushing of the teeth. All right, let's move on to the question and answer period. It's Blake, would you like to come over here, please, and grab one of these questions out of this hat, please?
What? Audience, what should I do?
Hand it over, Clover. Thank you. Your first question, Blake. How horny are dolphins?
There's like a 9 out of 10. They're super horny.
How horny?
Like super horny. Like they're pretty much ready to go at any moment.
Do you know this for a
You know,
fact?
anytime-
You're saying this like you're familiar with a dolphin.
I'm from South Carolina.
They have dolphins in South Carolina?
We have dolphins. They come up around 4 or 5 p.m. and they're horny as fuck.
God, I don't want to ask this on the first
about
comedian, but
6:30 and then they leave.
are we seriously getting from the weird age thing and then into bestiality? I can't believe we started with this. Where are we supposed to go with this? You can't start a show with all
I
this.
wanted to have sex with them.
With the
I just said
dolphins?
they were horny. There's plenty of horny people that I don't
Bottle
wanna-
nose.
Okay.
Oh, bottle no.
Just because the dolphin is horny and he's ready to go doesn't mean you have to have sex with it.
Well said. Next question, please.
Remember that.
Thank you, Blake. Next question. Have you ever seen a UFO?
I saw like a really bright light. It was unidentified to me.
Where was it? Was that just now?
I see some right there. No, I was driving down the road, down a familiar road to me. Saw a really bright light come right here in front of the car.
So was this a
Hooray!
near-death experience, or?
And that's how she almost died when she got hit by that truck. Next question, please.
I woke up 2 weeks later.
In a hospital bed. The third and final question for Blake Godsey. Thank you, Blake. This one here says, which one of your parents have you become?
Probably my dad.
You became your dad? Is your dad here?
He says he's never gonna come to Alaska because he doesn't want to fly because he's on the no-fly list.
How did your dad get on a no-fly list?
He's a felon and he's not allowed to cross state lines.
Wow. There you go. Right on, Blake. Safe from a
Have I
felon
become
of
a
a
felon,
father.
yes, or am I?
Well, thank you very much for sharing. Put your hands together for Blake Godsey kicking the show off. Thank you, Blake. I appreciate you so much. Oh, thank you. Please help George put his shoes back on real quick.
And you can come back and work on my feet anytime you want to. It was awesome.
While she's putting his shoes back on him, I'm going to read another commercial. Word from our sponsor, the hepatitis vaccine for babies. Are you thinking of when your precious baby will start to use intravenous drugs and have unprotected sex? Of course you are. Now you can protect your little angels from the bad decisions they haven't even made yet. Hepatitis vaccines for babies. It just feels so right. Brought to you from the makers of Ozempic for babies. You know that chubby little monster is going to grow into a disgusting fat body. Why not start their lifelong commitment to pharmaceuticals at the very beginning? Ozempic for babies. Thank you. Ask your doctor if a profit-based medical system is right for your family. Thank you. Our next comedian is Mr. Dan Norton. Come on up.
It's Dan Norton. Hi, everybody. My name's Dan. I am 40 years old, and I like thick white women. Some of you are here tonight. Not exclusively white women, but as Orion said, most diverse group of white people ever assembled. I think I'm mildly autistic. I'm comforted by repetitive behavior. I like to repeat my mistakes. That being said, I have 2 children with 2 different women. But I married a thick white woman. On paper, that sounds good. After a few months of living with me, my wife came to me and she was complaining that she said, my ass is getting fat. You keep feeding me pork ribs and cheeseburgers and bacon. And I was like, yeah.
You don't have Asperger's, do you?
Operation Muffin Top was a success. When she moved in with me, she also brought all of her sex toys with her. And I'm not talking like a few sex toys. Like this was like a suitcase of dicks and like things that lit up and spun around and like tickled and shit. And I had no idea there was that variety of sex toys in the world. I mean, I had no clue. And then like people are they're working on sex robots too. Like I feel like the best minds of our time are focused on making sex toys, and like if we could maybe focus some of that energy on like other problems that we have, I mean, I feel like we could save the rainforest if it could reliably make a woman come. We could solve global warming if it would fit in someone's ass.
Did you know they have bottlenose dolphin sex toys for more blankets coming?
Oh man. But no, but the marriage thing's not going good. I don't know if I mean, I could be wrong about this, but I mean, you guys, I mean, I'm gonna put it to you guys. Like 8 months ago, she moved out and has not been back. I mean, is that bad? So anyway, I'm confronted with the proposition of being single at 40 years old, and that sucks. But everybody's on like dating apps and shit now, and that sounds like a fucking nightmare. You gotta like do profile pics and a fucking bio and all this other stuff, and I have no idea how to do that. The other day, my 6-year-old daughter saw me getting out of the shower and told me that my penis looked like a turkey. Do I include that in the bio? Is that the thing? So I think I've decided what I'm going to do, and like profile pictures, shitty. It sucks. I'm 40 years old. Like I'm trying to put my best foot forward, but my best foot forward is probably behind me, and so I think what I'm going to do is okay. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna like clean up really nice, like get the lighting nice, maybe like put some plants or something. I don't know, something like that. And I'm gonna light my dick on fire and die alone.
Put your hands together for Dan Norton one time, you guys. Nicely done. Nicely done, Dan. You got more?
What's up?
You got more?
I'm here for questions. We're good.
Stick around for the questions. All right, well, come over here and get a question then, Dan. Come
I
on
gotta say,
down.
that was fantastic, Dan.
Yeah, great man.
Right, man.
That was fantastic.
What is your perfect date?
Oh, nice.
Well, we're gonna try and clean up my barbecue dick. And we watched The Fifth Element and bang on the beach.
All right, great. That's a great answer. Ladies, look out for that one in your bio. Pick another question, Dan. Oh, I love this interview process. It's so fun.
What's the third smartest thing you've ever done?
Nice. Third smartest. Well, I didn't want to put too much pressure. Like, what's the smartest thing you've ever done?
Third smartest thing I've ever done. Shit. Call a lawyer?
All right, what a succinct and elegant answer to that question. That's so perfect. One more question, Dan. One more question, and we'll let you go. Here we go, Dan Norton. Last question.
What is your favorite color?
Black is your heart, you asshole!
Oh, you didn't say she came tonight.
Calm your fucking tits, Sadie. My favorite color is whatever color Sadie's face just turned when she was all screaming at me and shit. I love that.
Friends, put your hands together for Mr. Dan Norton again. Listen, if you think it's easy coming up here standing at a microphone and talking for 3 minutes, it is not. So please don't heckle the guys while they're doing
Dan,
their
I'll
set.
tell you, being 40 and single ain't that bad. You gotta go to this place I heard about called Charlotte. There's women are 7 to fucking.
Oh man, and Charlotte
and they got
is
horny
7 to 1.
dolphins too, man.
Word on the street is.
We'll make it better.
So Ryan, I had one question.
Yes, George.
When Dan had his dick measured, his Thanksgiving dick measured, was that unstuffed or stuffed?
That's a great question. For answers to that question, stay tuned to the next episode of Yucks Unlimited. Moving right along now to our next comedian. Please, my friends, put your hands together and enjoy the comedy stylings of Timberly Davis.
It's Timber
Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much. It's so wonderful to be in the new theater. I've been very interested in seeing the inside of it, so I'm pretty pleased. So it's so nice to be back. I grew up here, and I had moved away and had gone on to bigger and brighter things, and I'm so happy to be back in Homer. I love the people, and it's so exciting. And when I had moved back, I was taking a drive down East End, and I kept seeing these signs. And this guy's name, Justin Cole, Justin Cole. I was like, who is this guy? Okay. Well, I met a girl, and we went out. We went to open mic night. We saw Orion and Jim, and we had a couple drinks, and we went home, and the date went very well. And she took off her pants, and she was wearing a Justin Cole's Down East thong. He's got my vote. I don't know what he's selling, but he's cornered a market, and I'm really fucking proud of him. So, after I moved, I had also entered the dating game again. I'd been in a long-term relationship, and I had never dated as an adult. So he was talking about dating apps, and I tell you what, there's no way all of you are charter boat captains. Maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. There's no way you can all be that. I love you. As I've gotten older too and entered into the dating game, I realized that there was a new variable I wasn't ready for, which was sleep apnea. Oh no. Went on a date with this guy. It might have been the second or third date. You see how these things go. And we're laying down at the end of the night, and he goes, by the way, I do have sleep apnea. And I wear a CPAP mask, but I'm too embarrassed to wear it. It is unsexy. I said, okay, baby, your body, your choice. Let's do this. Let's go to bed. And we're sitting down, and my experience with sleep apnea is that it's like a deluge of snoring. So I'm just waiting to not sleep the entire night. No, he's very quiet. He goes to bed, and we're laying there, and it's very quiet. And then, he's very quiet. He's okay. I'm, fuck, okay. Okay, all right, I wake him up, I say, you know what's unsexy? You dying next to me in bed. Fellas, put the mask on, please, it's gonna be okay. You're so sexy with it on. Another thing that fascinates me about getting older is I get to watch classic songs about sex evolve into like grocery store songs. I have never heard Feel Like Making Love and ever felt like making love. The last 2 times I've heard Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye was in Safeway. Why is George Michael asking you to be my father figure? I am in line at the pharmacy. I was listening to the news and they were talking about DEI policies being rolled back, and while I'm not one to usually talk about politics, I am in favor of denying employment for a couple reasons. Again, I was at the pharmacy the other day and a kid comes up to the pharmacy tech who was like younger than I was. I guarantee he was vaping in the bathroom and like has a Virginity Rocks t-shirt in his closet. I guarantee it. And of course, I'm at the pharmacy to pick up my low estrogen birth control, as one does. And so I go up there and I give him my name and his birthday, and he clicks it and goes, "Nice." So I think I would like my pharmacy technician jobs to be a little bit ageist. I want them to be like 40 and above. For my Second Amendment, I think some jobs, if you're hot, you can't do some jobs. I don't want my eye doctor to be ridiculously attractive. I'm gonna have to call up my eye doctor, my optometry, and say, "Hey, I have to reschedule. I'm ovulating this week. If this man takes my chin and looks into my eyes, I might bite."
Put it together for Timberly Davis. Nicely done. Excellent done.
I just wanted to talk to you, so I needed to finish that up.
Let's move on right to the talk to me part then. Grab a question. All right. Thank you. Timberly's first question. How long has your family been in the United States of America? Family history question now. How long has your family lived in the United States? How many generations have you been here?
Oh, 3. When white people had cool names like Curly and stuff, that's since then. About,
Curly, yeah.
Pre-Babe Ruth. Pre-Babe Ruth. Yeah.
Curly. All right, let's get another question now. Some of these questions don't land as hard as the other ones. It turns out. But yeah. Do you like it hot or cold?
As long as the safety's on, I'm good. Either way.
Hey. All right, last question. Here we go. Meow, meow. Who is your hero?
Gosh, that's a tough one. The only thing I can think of is that song. You can be my hero, baby. That's the only thing I can think of. So.
I don't know that song. I was thinking we don't need another hero.
Take away my pain.
Do you know how to play We Can Be My Hero?
Do you want to
baby?
sing it? Do you know the chords?
No.
That's okay. Probably better that way. Well, be my hero, baby. Thank you. Owen was my hero for saving me from that bad.
Owen is the hero, and after all, put your hands together for Timberly Davis one time. Friends, we're going to do one more comedian before we take our little 10-minute intermission. Shoo! Holy cow. Can we take a second to breathe? Holy bro. Man. All right. Let's get our last comedian up before the intermission to come up here. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a warm welcome to Mr. Adam Rector.
It's Adam Rector. How's it going tonight, guys? Sometimes I drink too much, and then I agree to do things while I'm out at the bar, and that's why I'm here tonight. I ran into these nice guys last night about 2 o'clock in the morning. They said, "Come tell some jokes." So I woke up and drank more beer and wrote a couple of jokes. I have performed on a stage before, a long time ago. I once did have a casting director tell me I look like a perfect fit for an AA meeting, so I'm not quite sure what to make of that. I know what I look like. I look like I get handed cash on the street when I don't even ask for it. It's okay, I'm not really homeless. I look homeless, I'm not homeless. I have an apartment. I live above a barber shop. I've never been. But I've been thinking about making an appointment, but mainly just to get their Wi-Fi password. Yeah, my name is Adam Rector. Last name like Rector. Oh, I've never heard that one before. Wow. It's like, have you heard this joke before? No, that's what they used to call me all the time. They used to call me Rectum all throughout school. And that's what they meant. But no, somebody did stop me in the hallway one day and they looked at me and they were like, do they call you Rectum because you got butt fucked one time? So that's a very forward question. But no, I looked him in the eye. I was like, nope, other way around. He didn't talk to me much after that. That was it. So I did end up going to a public school. Obviously, that's where that happened. But I started off homeschooled. Despite that, I did not have the most supportive parents. I was homeschooled, but they still held me back a year. Okay, that's enough of childhood. I don't want to go too. I recently, I just wrote all these today, so I'm just looking at notes there. I recently did start kind of seeing a lady. She's a really nice lady around town. She's got a job as a janitor for a couple schools. But I went over to her house, and this place was kind of messy, so I suggested that she ought to try working from home sometime. Okay, here's my impersonation of two ancient Romans having a conversation. Hey buddy, what do you think about those places where we all get together in public and have meetings? I'm for them. That's how the Roman Forum got its name. So, yeah. Well, that's why you're not up here, Ben. I was driving around a neighborhood the other day, and I saw a sign. It said "deaf child." And I think that's pretty rude. He can probably still read. The other day, I was leaving work one night, and I saved a woman from being attacked. If you guys want to hear this story, yeah, I stopped chasing her. That's a joke. That's not true. All right, we'll end with this one. Does anybody here believe in ghosts? Yeah? I do not believe in ghosts. I need evidence to believe in things. I have been alive for 236 years and see no evidence of ghosts. So I don't believe in them. I don't. So anyway, that's all I got. That's what I came up with today. So let's answer some questions. Thanks to these guys.
Nicely done.
I do want to say that is true that we were having beer at 2 a.m. last night, and I convinced this guy to do it, and I told Orion, it's kind of like one of those moments that we've all had at the bar when you drink too much, and you're like, hey man, do you want to go river rafting tomorrow morning at like 7 a.m.? And you wake up to a text from Mike, and you're like, what the hell was I thinking? I'm not going river rafting. But he actually did it. He came up here and did it. He wrote some jokes. That's awesome.
George, what'd you think of that one?
Thanks to these guys for putting on an awesome show.
All right, let's get 3 questions on Adam real quick here. Let's get your first one from. Nice. Have you ever seen your life flash before your eyes?
That's a good question. For someone with really bad memory problems, no. I've not. I don't remember a lot of it. Maybe one day.
Next question. Do you believe America really landed on the moon?
No, the moon doesn't even exist.
Wow.
No, not at all.
Last question for Mr. Adam Rector. What is your favorite quote? It's nice.
That is a nice question. I don't know. I feel on the spot right now.
Yeah, it's on the spot. You gotta think of something.
That's kind of how this show works.
Yeah, do something good, man. Better be something cool.
Actually, one just came to mind.
Yes.
From a dear coworker of mine at the Alice's Champagne Palace. Bartender there, Orion. I don't know if you guys know him. He answered the phone one day and he said, Well, thanks for calling Alice's Champagne Palace. How did it go? God damn it. Memory problems. Alice's Champagne Palace. Champagne for our real friends and real pain for our sham friends. That's how it went. You guys are awesome. Thanks a bunch.
All right, you crazy kids, we're going to take a 15-minute break and reconnoiter and get back here at about 8 o'clock, or whatever time, 9 o'clock. No, 8 o'clock. We're going to take 15. Please get out to the thing, have another beer. Let's meet back here in about 15 minutes. Thank you all very much for enjoying yourselves. We look forward to the last part of the show. Thank you very much. Take it away, Owen Duffy.